Hi, I'm Donna Dewberry, the original creator of the FolkArt one-stroke painting technique. Welcome to the Let's Paint Studio right here at Plaid. Learning to paint has never been as easy as when I teach you how to load a brush with multiple colors where you can blend, shade, and highlight with one stroke of the brush. Our new program with Let's Paint FolkArt One Stroke this year is going to be all about learning how to paint 50 different types of flowers. And as you can imagine, 50 flowers makes the possibility endless to be able to paint floral designs. I'm thrilled that you've chosen to join me on this one-stroke journey. So let's paint. This lesson will be a lilac, and the things that we need to get started is we need to use a reusable teaching guide, and on it, it's going to be sharing with you the FolkArt multi-surface colors. We're going to be using violet pansy, wicker white, magenta, citrus green, and sap green. We're going to be using our one-stroke brushes, and we'll be using the 5/8 angle. We're going to have a 2-script liner, 12 flat, and a 1/2 inch scruffy. So the first thing we're going to do, we have a surface we're going to paint on. We're going to practice the strokes that go first so that we can build our flower step by step, okay? So what we're going to do first is let's do the green leaves and stems, all right? So I'm going to decide if I want the toe of the brush to be and the heel as far as the color is concerned. And so on the toe, I want, what happens here is that you're going to use the heel to pull this and the toe will slide to a tip. So I need the heel to be the citrus green and the toe to be the sap. So you have to think just a little bit about what color goes where when you're using this brush, but it really makes it easier for you to do stems and get nice points on your leaves, all right? So we've gone back and forth till we get all that color in there, and inside the bristles, then you pull it down and see if you've got the right color. And then you can see that we're going to do a stem, the main stem that comes up, and then we Y off of this with a couple of other stems. And see, this makes a really thin line, so you don't have to worry about how it turns out. It's pretty amazing. And then right here, we're going to start right here, and we're going to wiggle the heels going first, and we're going to slide to a point, all right? So I can then come here and go on this side and then slide. All right, so let's do it right here on the leaf itself. You can do smooth, or you can put a little bit of wave to it. All right, so as we're doing this, we're laying this out this way and we're laying this out this way. We usually put a V, but on this, we're doing it upward like this. All right, so that's the first thing we're going to paint. I'm going to leave that brush loaded. And we're going to use a baby wipe or folded paper towel, folded wet paper towel to wipe all this off, okay? And then we're going to put this right in front of you so you remember that look that we're looking for, okay? So let's go get a little bit of fresh paint, work it in. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lean it to the side kind of, and I'm going to pull this stem down first, and then I can go from there and put a couple of, I'm going to wipe this off and put a couple of these branches there, and they're really easy, like I said, because that toe makes it really skinny. And then I'm going to put one nice big leaf right here, and there again the citrus green is going to be out here as the main leaf color, and we slide, and then we're going to come this way and use the other side of the brush. All right, then we're going to have another opportunity to put a stem right inside of the leaf, but only go part way in, don't go all the way to the tip of the leaf. All right, so that was pretty easy. That's the first step we're going to do. So I'm going to wash this brush out, and then we're going to work with the scruffy brush now, I usually have you wet the brush, lay it down, and dry off that brush. But on the scruffy brush, we don't wet that until we clean this brush. It's all natural hairs. So you can see what I did here. I took and I put little pouncings of the purple and the white, violet pansy and white, okay, and get this color right here first. So I'm going to pounce here the edge of the puddle, and then we're going to turn around here and pounce the other edge of the puddle with the ends of this oval, okay? So now we're going to pounce here and get this look right in here. All right, and there's a couple little things that we're going to paint on the lilac. We paint some little petals in there like this, and we also put these little, looks like berries, but they're buds that are in there that haven't bloomed yet. All right, so I am going to take this over there right here before I do the next step and put just that piece right there so it's up here to a point, and this just fills it in from behind to give you the really good look before we put anything else on it. All right. I'll put a little bit over here. And a little bit down here. See, the dark on the bottom's kind of nice here and there. All right. Now I'm going to pounce the scruffy inside the basin. And that's how you get the color out of this brush. You don't want to rake that brush. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is now come here and practice what we're doing next. Okay, so we're going to use a 12 flat, and we're going to pick up these colors, which are you're going to take violet pansy and work your white first and work that in, and then you're going to dip into the magenta. So you have this yummy color with all three of those colors. All right, so I'm going to come here and see how that looks. See how pretty? All right, so to do these little small flowers, we're going to come down, down, a little bit more than a daisy because we can make a little bit of a round touch here, or just push, pull, push, pull. All right, and just do all these little teeny strokes here, and you're staying up on the chisel of this brush. And then as you do some of the lighter clusters, I'm turning this around and I'm showing you that we can do those and do some more on top. All right, and these, the centers of this are done with a script liner. All right, so we're going to just take a touch of the corner here and look, 1, 2, and make these little buds that I haven't bloomed yet. But they just look really good in the middle of this flower, okay? So let's wipe this off and let's paint it, okay? So what we want you to see is we've got our clusters here, and we're going to start layering these on here. So I pick up the purple, violet pansy, magenta, and a little bit of white. So a little teeny bit of white, and there we go. So the first thing we're going to do is come in here and do a few little strokes. See, I'm going to come off the edge and then layer these. Good layers of flowers. Okay, so with the lilac, I'm going to put some of those buds in there, but the first thing I'm going to do is pick up some wicker white and work that in, and it just is going to make some lighter petals down here. Okay, so let's come in here and do the violet pansy and the magenta. And I'm just going to lay these in there and try to get the shape of a little bit of a bud that hasn't opened yet. I had so much fun today sharing how easy it is to paint these flowers. They turned out gorgeous. Remember, practicing on the reusable teaching guides right over my strokes gives you so much painting confidence. Thank you for joining me here in the studio. And remember, we just learned one more of the flowers from the A to Z one-stroke floral painting sets. And I would love for you to take pictures and share them on our Let's Paint with Plaid Facebook group by hashtagging Let's Paint Challenge. Come on, everybody, let's paint.